Hello everyone, I'm here today to do a review of Petit Piment by Alain Mabanckou, also known as Black Moses in English, and I'll put a cover of that here because it's a lot prettier than this. And I read this as part of the Invisible Cities project for the Republic of Congo. So this book is about this boy in Congo in the 70s, and he's called either as Petit Piment or Black Moses, depending on who's calling him. And he lives in an orphanage. And as you can imagine, the orphanage is not very nice, so he ends up running away and meeting all of these different people and going into the communist and Marxist tendencies that existed in the Congo at the time, which connect with another book that I read. I think it was from the Democratic Republic of Congo, not the Republic of Congo, but it was the memoir of Che Guevara visiting Kinshasa, I think. So yeah, this kind of connects a bit with that because those same ideas went all the way to Republic of Congo. And we basically follow him throughout his life. And because of how hard his life is and because of all those all those different experiences, he starts losing his mind a little bit, and we see all that process of him struggling in his infancy and then going through all of these hardships and eventually losing his mind. And this book is told in sort of vignettes, and there are like relatively short chapters, and each chapter is like him meeting someone else and telling the story of that person, especially at the beginning. So it felt very episodic and very fragmented in the narrative. And some of the stories of these people are related with the political situation. Most of them are, and some of them are just crazy and dark. The book is trying to make a commentary on the politics of the time and being satirical about it. And so some very dark things happen, and some of that is successful in my opinion, some of it is not. I think my favorite parts of it is there is a lot of play with language in the book, and I read it in French, so I could get, I'm not sure how some of these things are translated, but also at the same time, because my French is not my best language, I probably miss some of the things as well. But there was, for example, one part where Petit Piment comments on how European languages make no sense because they keep adding verbs to verbs to verbs, and they just pile them up, and it just doesn't make sense to him. So things like that, comments like that about language are often there, which is something I appreciated and enjoyed. The political commentary, I think some of it went over my head because I don't know the Republic of Congo's history as much to be aware of who exactly they're representing, but at the same time, as a general commentary, as a general satire, I think I have seen better satires. I think political satire is something that African writers do well, and I have seen other instances with Ngugi wa Thiong'o, with Ben Okri, that were more captivating to me personally. So even though part of it might be that I don't know the exact situation, I think in general it was just a little bit too much on that front, and also because of the episodic nature of the book, I didn't particularly liked or cared much about any of the characters, and that's something I have seen from other people as well, that they were feeling like they couldn't connect with the characters because it was just so episodic, especially at the beginning, that by the time that things happen and you're supposed to care about the characters, you were lost. And the book is not really long, it's about 200 pages, so yeah, unfortunately that didn't work very well for me. So yeah, there are positives and negatives about this book. I think if you are interested, you should give it a try. But yeah, keep in mind that it's not one of those books that grabs you and takes you with it, and that might also have been personally a problem for me because I was reading it in French, and I don't always follow French books as well as I do other books, because my French is okay, but it's not, as I said, it's not my best language. So I would have benefited from a more traditional structure that I could follow more easily, and that's my fault. That's not the fault of the book, but that's something that I would have benefited from and I didn't get. So if you like more traditional narratives, maybe this is not the book for you. But yeah, so overall I think it was a middle of the road book. There were some good things, there were some bad things. I see why this could have been nominated for prizes and things, especially because of the play of the language. I think that all judges like a good play on language when it comes to that. But I don't think that as a book it stands on its own so well. I would be interested in reading more from Alain Mabanckou. I think he's a very established writer, and I think that maybe some of his other books have a more appeal to me. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Black Moses or Petit Piment. Let me know if you have read it, what you thought about it, or if you would recommend any other book from this author. I would also love to know that. And until next video, bye!